Hello YouTube, this is Detroit Borg, and in this video we're going to take a look at SwitchEasy's new trim line of cases for the iPhone 4. This happens to be white, but it's also available in black or red. On the back you'll actually see an inventory of all the extras that are included with the case, including 2 screen protectors, 2 universal dock adapters, one is black, one is white, a video stand, 2 headphone jack protectors, a microfiber wipe, and 2 connector protectors. So inside we have a little cradle with the case and accessory package in the back. Behind the case itself are more accessories, including the screen protectors. So this case does include 2 anti-glare front protectors for the iPhone 4. We also have a cleaning cloth and a little card for installing those screen protectors. A little piece of cardboard in here to pull out. Now let's take a look to see what's in the accessory package. So we have the video stand for propping up the phone. We have the 2 dock connectors, one white and one black. Of course, in my case I have a white dock, so the white one matches. Now this is what's great about SwitchEasy is they include these universal dock adapters that fit their cases, so you don't have to take their cases off in order to use it with one of these docks. Now, of course, you could use black if you have a black colored dock like an iHome or other home stereo. And SwitchEasy also does include 2 pairs of dock connectors and headphone jack plugs. These can be installed to help protect the ports on the iPhone. Now, if we take a look around the case itself, we can see the black is a hard plastic while the side is a softer TPU-like plastic. Now, if we take a look around the side, we see it has this distinctive ridged pattern. And we do have these cutouts for the buttons, along with a cutout for the headphone jack and microphone, as well as the mute switch. We also have these volume buttons. And if you look on the inside, you can see that the volume buttons fit right into these indentations. And of course, on the bottom, we have a cutout for the 30-pin dock, microphone, and speaker. And we have the SwitchEasy logo on this side. Now, if we look at the back of the phone, we can see that the cutout for the camera and flash does have this blackened ring on the inside to help mitigate glare from the flash. So let's go ahead and install the iPhone. This slides in pretty snugly. So we can see there's a nice raised edge around the front glass, so there's a nice lay-on table design here. You can see the bottom speaker and microphone along with the dock are completely free. On the side we have the volume controls with very nice tactile feedback. You can see the indentation for the mute switch is somewhat recessed. It's still accessible. It's not as bad as Apple's bumper, but it's still a little recessed in there. I can get my finger in there without trouble though. We also have the input for the headphone jack. Of course, we have the button for the sleep-wake switch. Again, very good tactile feedback. Now let's go ahead and install the protector for the dock connector. It only goes in one way. And we can also install the protector for the headphone jack. Now you may have to twist it in place to get it just right. And there you go. So there you go. Everything on the iPhone 4 is pretty well protected except for the things you will need in order for it to function as a phone. The only problem with this piece is that it's pretty hard to get out, so if you want to use your headphone jack, you're going to have a heck of a time getting it out each time. Overall, I'm pretty impressed with the case. It does offer quite a bit of protection, especially if you do apply those screen protectors that SwitchEasy includes. I'm not going to do that. I don't tend to like screen protectors because they peel off and they're a pain to install. But the raised edge does provide enough protection for me, and the edge itself is very robust, so I'm not worried about this damaging if I drop it on the corner. Of course, the back is well protected. The buttons themselves are covered but still function normally. Feels like there is no case on them at all. The cutout is good enough for the switch. It is a little recessed, so it's not that easy to get into. The material itself seems to be more resistant to discoloring. The white Apple bumper discolored badly, so I stopped using it. So hopefully this white case will work better for me. I do like this frosted look back here. It will show less scratches and dirt than a clear panel, but it does seem to show fingerprints, at least in this bright light. It does show some fingerprints, but it does provide a lot of protection and does obscure the dust and grit that otherwise accumulate in clear shell cases. And I do have to say it's not the most comfortable case to hold. The ridges are somewhat sharp. They're not going to hurt you or anything, but it's not necessarily the best feeling thing to hold. It does help you to hold on to it better. It is more grippable. Of course, it is a soft case, so it does flex a little bit, but certainly much better than most silicone cases. I'm not really worried about this falling off or peeling off in my pocket. The only other concern with the SwitchEasy case is this thin piece of plastic around the dock connector. I've had this problem with other cases before, and it does sort of sag and gets loose. Hopefully this material will be more resilient, but otherwise it does look pretty tight all around the case itself. As we can see, the SwitchEasy case does have a cutout for the camera and flash with a black ring around it to mitigate glare. Unfortunately, glare is still a problem, particularly with long distance nighttime shooting. I can't recreate this problem with macro shooting, but as you can see in these two shots, there's quite a bit of glare on the left hand side. So once again, guys, this is Detroit Borg taking a look at SwitchEasy's new trim case for the iPhone 4. Thanks for watching.